Hi guys, welcome back. This is Fri.PM, Yana, Kwoh, myself. We are here to discuss food. And today, let's just be clear. Cameroon Jellof Rice is the best Jellof rice in the world, period. So two Cameroonian chefs, Ashley and Kelly, used Jellof Rice to qualify to the quarterfinals of the ongoing Plate of Origin reality TV show in Australia this September. And that has just made the debate, I think it's ended, right? Mm-hmm. So no more Nigerian Jollof Rice and Ghanaian Jollof Rice. We are dealing with Cameroon Jellof Rice. Yana, I know you love food. Yana, what does this whole thing signify for you?
Cameroon again, and being exported. Yeah.
Through plates and forks.
Right. Yeah. First of all, if we can win with jollof rice, which is basically kids' food, which we serve at birthday parties or we give our dogs, we can win with that. Yeah.
Imagine Eru.
On dollar. Or just imagine.
Go bats.
Or kati.
I mean,
so you see the thing. It just signifies how rich we are when it comes to and how rich our gastronomy is, how diversified it is. Because I mean, every foreigner I've spoken to,
and also nutritive.
Yeah, it's very nutritive. I mean, you can see our girls. So yeah. So and our guys too, obviously. So yeah, you see that it sort of shines light on exactly what we are about, right? Where we as a people sort of miss the point in terms of exporting the Cameroonian culture. You find that each time I've spoken to a foreigner, I mean my aunt, each time because she's well traveled, each time I speak to her, she says, "Oh, Cameroon has the best food." She never, each time she goes to a country, she misses Cameroon because she has to taste the food and reminds her of how good Cameroonian food is. Yeah. So you see that, and these people are competing with, I mean, really top-notch
Vietnam.
China, and Italy. I mean, look at Italy. I mean,
Mexico.
So when that is happening, it should send a signal to us as a people first, and then the government too, in terms about when it concerns branding and exporting the Cameroonian brand, because Cameroon is known for about three things internationally: corruption, football, and food. But what we've succeeded in exporting consistently with so much verve and passion is corruption. Ranking high, which, and you wonder. I mean, then when you see something, we see something like our tourism industry, right, falling behind all this. I mean, falling behind corruption, and then there's this. Okay, like I imagine the government is going to use these two girls, right, to promote. It's a wild imagination, by the way. I acknowledge that. Yeah, but then you want to imagine they're going to use these two girls to promote and export the Cameroonian brand, Cameroon as a food nation, the African, because I mean there's what they call the Africa in miniature, yeah.
That's what they thought.
What have we done about that?
Nothing.
That's a brand which that's a brand name we've not built anything on.
We've exported our flag.
Yeah.
Really low. And
by the way, that star should be replaced either by euro or dollar.
Have just one flag.
We don't really have one flag. So it's a whole problem about exporting the Cameroon, because there's a strong point, the obvious strong point. You export food, attracts tourism. Like what Chucho Paco is doing on Twitter. I mean, a serious country will get this woman to be an ambassador for tourism, right? A serious country is going to get.
I like the fact that you use serious before the country.
Yes, because I mean, and then we have football, which has been a failing industry for over the years. So it's
point taken. Elonge, when it comes to this, I mean, Ashley and those girls are so lively. I went through their Instagram page yesterday. They are so good. So they even dance to Cameroon music when they are cooking. Yes, I mean, it's really, really nice. I mean, they were even dancing to your, water the other day. It was really nice. But why is this victory so important?
First, because they are exporting, they're representing Cameroon, so they are going under the flag of Cameroon. So it's a source of national pride for us. Yeah. I think that one of the things I was struck by most was the fact that the judges and the other teams were by how good Cameroonian food tastes, which means it's something they did not expect, which says a lot about our nation branding.
Yes.
Have you ever struggled to Google Cameroon, like the word Cameroon?
Exactly, like place marketing and branding are ministries of tourism, and the other one that came up with that bill, arts and culture, have no idea, no clue about it. You see, there is something called gastro diplomacy. when you hear of Nigerian jollof and Ghanaian jollof, it is not because they are actually spectacular dishes in those countries. It's a way of attracting people towards those countries and saying, oh, you know, if you come to Nigeria now, people go to Nigeria to taste. When they get like we want to taste it, we want to okay, let me go to Ghana too and taste and see which one is better.
Yeah.
So that type of banter.
The owner of Twitter.
Yes, I mean, it was actually
Yes,
online
yes,
debate
and there's been a lot of writing about jollof, just you know, that type of diplomatic.
I mean, I like the fact that it's just jollof that is in a debate because our jollof cannot be in that kind of nonsense.
Yeah, but the fact is that we don't brand as, however good it is, we don't brand as. I'll give you an example of a country like Singapore. Singapore has used food as one of the key ways of, first of all, uniting its country and saying that we take pride in our gastronomy and all of that, wine and food. But this is what they even did diplomatically. In registering their how do they call it? Their cultural artifacts and all of this, they consider their food as part of it, as part of their intangible cultural heritage. Exactly. So they wanted the UNESCO to actually approve that their food is part of their cultural heritage. If you take a country like Serbia, when it was rebranding, actually used food as a form of rebranding the country for historistic these things. So they use food and wine. If you take Italy, has done an extremely good job with pasta and wine.
Yeah.
So the reason when they call a country, what they call Italy, there is something that comes immediately, subconsciously. There is this wiring that says, okay, good wine, good food. It's tourism. So when people go, they want to experience this. So in terms of tourism, the potentials that this thing hold, this country needs to start understanding that that these are potential areas that they need to go beyond those type of vapid things like Cameroon, Africa in miniature, and actually act in ways that show that, you know, because it's true, in many ways we are Africa in miniature, in many ways we are the world, you know, but the ministries have no concept about how to market these things. There is no brand to our food, however varied they are. There is no brand to it. That you have countries with bland,
And you repeat
food, telling us that they have better jollof.
Can you imagine? I mean, but Yana, this what I think for me, who's been in Nigeria eating Nigerian jollof rice and Ghanaian jollof rice, right? I would really say that I really love Cameroonian jollof rice, because I mean the spicing in it and the way, you know, we grew up, our mothers cooking it out to now that we cook it, it tastes different. It tastes different. This is. I know.
I mean, it's Cameroon, so
Nigerian jollof rice. The reason why I like it is because of the taste of wood in the jollof rice. Like when they cook it. People who cook jollof rice in Nigeria on gas, like on gas cooker. I really don't like them.
I think generally food tastes better
on the three-stone fire style, right? Like the smoke and everything.
It's so suffering point, but then food tastes better.
It's really, really nice. If you taste the one that is from there, different. It gives you a traditional taste. But when this Nigerian-Ghanaian debate on jollof rice over the years, right? I'm going to put you on the spot now. So what can you tell these Nigerians and Ghanaians before we end this?
I mean, they use Cameroon pepper to cook their food, so it tells a lot about why the jollof rice is that good, if they think it is. So that's one thing. First of all, I mean, we are flying high with our jollof, so there's nothing to say. The proof is there. We don't need to speak too much about it. But I should just make this point about branding and exporting the culture of a nation. We've had countries like Ghana organize a year of return using the marking the year of slavery.
That's 400 years.
Yes, 400 years of slavery by doing a year of return, right? That was really brilliant because it attracted a lot of international celebrities. But this is actually a catch of it. They followed that campaign up with Beyond the Year of Return, which means that what they're telling you is, we've done a year of return, you've come here, what can you do beyond this? We're selling you this and this.
Yeah.
Because you can use food too, right? Or how you export your brand to, for PR, right? To gain a lot of international favor and attract foreign investment. We see countries like Russia use Gazprom to sponsor teams in the Bundesliga, right? Schalke 04, and that has helped them to actually pipe because Ukraine used to be their main source of gas, but they've bypassed Ukraine and going out through to Germany. We also have countries like Rwanda, one of the biggest, and there's certain use case in terms of branding and marketing in Africa right now. Is Rwanda with the Visit Rwanda tagline. You understand? They have Visit Rwanda, which now what they do is they go to the most well-visited countries in the world, like England, right? And not just England, London, where you have Arsenal, they're sponsoring Arsenal. You have to go to Paris, where they're sponsoring PSG. So you have now tourists where these leagues are being watched heavily in Africa and in Rwanda, are seeing Visit Rwanda, and Rwanda now is following these huge global brands in telling their story and showing how fantastic Rwanda is, and then they start now coming as tourists, because even the biggest industry right now is the touristic industry in Rwanda. So we have an example to copy from there through our food, not just because I think we have a very convenient mix of food, football, tourism, which exists just naturally, and I mean the mountain.
Why don't we have a food street fair or something like food fair?
We always have it in our parties. So,
right? So I mean,
I think that part of the problem with our branding is also that we do not have enough avenues for exposure. If you go to major cities, so what we're talking about Paris, New York, and all of that, it is really difficult to find Cameroonian restaurants there where people could really access Cameroonian food, at least branded restaurants, and provide that type of exposure that we need. But you should also know that if you go to if you notice, there's this particular food that is all over Cameroon, fufu and Ero. Everybody eats it, and it's a form of pride to the Manu people.
Yes.
Because they have made that food look like if you have an occasion and you don't have fufu and Ero, then Cameroon should be able to create like a national identity around its gastronomy and its food, and also its values and manifestations. See, if you take countries like Greece, they use food and wine and all of this to show that we are a united people, together, so we eat together. They show your habits, how it's so Italy. It's about how they eat al fresco, that's open air, and all of that. You can show some of this.
They even have this yearly thing that they do, like the largest pizza, the largest.
It's really down to branding, marketing, and advertising. Because if you're creating these social associations, right, which occupy a very unique position in people's minds, they know that we can associate eating with our fingers with fufu and Ero, because if you eat it with a fork, you're going off. You're just going off brand of culture. You understand? So and Elonge talked about big one. Elonge talked about exposure. You have to look at media, right? If our own media cannot really put our food out there like that.
Yana, can I say something? See, about the media. See, in countries like Nigeria and all of these countries, what government effort at branding through food, through tourism, has led to a lot of writing, literature around food.
No, like that. No, what I'm saying is,
I'm supporting.
Yeah. You catch this hand. So you see that. So you now see that when we've consumed a lot of Nigerian movies, so we like, how does this Nigerian jollof taste? Yeah. Right, jollof. How does it taste? So we are thinking of. Yeah, like, okay.
All right. All right, guys. So we are actually here we are here wishing Ashley and Kelly all the best in the competition.
Bring it home.
Plate
Cook cookie.
Yes, it comes last. Contract, do whatever you have to do to win. Last time, to qualify for the quarter semi-finals, they actually made soya and dodo.
Oh, yeah.
It was really,
and by the way,
really good.
Soya.
And the pepper, the Cameroon pepper there was just it. I mean, they won. They went to the semi-final. Yeah.
Pepper them.
Hot. Mix on Johnson.
You know.
Garlic.
Oh God.
No.
We have to go. Guys, what do you think about Cameroon food? How can it be branded? How do you think, the government or you can do to help, brand the Cameroon food?
Ask Gasanina.
To brand the Cameroon food. And we are just here to say shout out to all our chefs in this country, those who run restaurants. Thank you very much for actually making food available for us, and food bloggers. Thank you very much. What do you think about Cameroon food? Please drop a comment right there on our comment section. We'll see you soon.
Fri.PM is brought to you by Nikki Hit Beauty Studio, Mountain Anten Koto, Buna Musa di Douala, and Prime 22 Bar and Restaurant, Bokwango, Buya.
Hi guys, for more on Fri.PM, please subscribe to our Decoded TV show YouTube channel.
And also don't forget to follow us on Facebook at Fri.PM.
That's right. Decoded. DCODED TV.
Madman.